I was asking if I did practice to do this speaking, and I said a simple no. I said, I'm just gonna be me, why should I have to practice it? I've been me for a very long time, so I should know how to be me. Thank you very much for being here and for coming back to listen to me. Your time is so precious and you give your time to me. Thank you. I'm so pleased that Darren talked about affirmation. I have a morning ritual. I get up 5:30 in the morning and I'm only gonna go back again at home 8:30 in the evening. So my day is so busy. I work in a secondary school. I'm a teaching assistant in a secondary school, and I don't speak much. Most of the time I'm walking around and looking at children and look what they're doing and make sure they are doing their work. As a teaching assistant, that's the job you do. I work for the part of the special needs children. And my school, we also do affirmation. Believe or not, we do affirmation. Every lesson, the children stand up and do affirmation. So we are going to start here as well today, this part that I'm speaking with an affirmation. I have here a few copies. It's not very good, but a few copies. Can you pass it back? Pass it back. Yeah, pass it back to everyone. She has one. Pass it back. I'm gonna put as well. There. But you are gonna stand up. That's fine. Okay, so you're gonna stand up, and you know how Henry VIII had his portrait?
Huh?
Henry VIII.
Yes.
He had with really power. Stand up, everyone. And you're gonna have your legs a bit apart and your chest forward, and you're gonna say with a lot of power, and you can read. Okay? Okay, shall I start? 1, 2, 3. I walk and talk with total reassurance. People find me extremely attractive. I am a winner and I trust myself in every situation. I speak with power and confidence. I am successful at work and play. My voice is dominating. I have an amazing talent. My body language are controlled and confident. People are attracted to my strength and energy. I am resilient and other people are inspired by me. You can keep that.
Thank you.
You can sit down. It's so wonderful when you join this academy. You learn so much from this. I've been through a lot of network markets. Many you can name, all of them. I've been through as well to a lot of seminars, and you name it. This gentleman here, I don't know if you know, he's a blessing. I still do. I do crew for Success Results, and that's our crew member. Blessinger is an incredible mentor, and is an incredible mentor. And you only learn by helping people to achieve. And so there, I didn't speak, but I helped people to achieve. And that is another one. When you are part of this crew team, you cannot take picture with the speaker. You cannot just walk in and take picture with him because it's unprofessional. So you only can take a picture if in that situation. And that one was one of them that I crew for ANC, where Tony Robbins was one of the speakers, but we have our ANC, we have a lot of speakers. And this team is incredible, and you can be part of it. But you have to follow the rules. Blair Singer taught us the rules you have to follow, and you cannot break those rules. If you break, they sack you. They send you away. They sack you from doing your volunteer. And this lady here, I don't know if you know her, she's Michelle Mon, but this one I was not a crew member because, as I said, you cannot take pictures of the speakers. You only can take if you are an attendant, and then you can take a picture. So that one, I went to attend it. So that's Michelle Mon. I really associate very much with her because a lot of things that happen with her happen with me. And so when I see she speak and I say, oh, you're talking about me. She had a crap husband, she been left out, she lost everything, I just didn't win yet. She designed a bra, and you're gonna find out later on why I socialize so much with her. She designed the bras and Wonderwords and stuff like that. She's incredible beautiful, she's adorable. And that one you probably know is Kim Kiyosaki. You know Robert Kiyosaki, the Poor Dad, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Yeah? That's Kim Kiyosaki, she's incredible. And, I don't know if you know that one, this lady here. Do you know her? She's Randy Zuckerberg, she's a sister of Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook guy. She came to do a speaker, so we got Veronica Tan. She chose a few people to say you can have a picture with her. So I said, wow, I got, because there was much more people there crewing that day. And so that's Randy Zuckerberg. And one of those things that she said, in this world where we live, is still very much manpower, and does help when you have a man's name. And then I just thought, oh, I have a man's name. My name is Darcy Goodall. I have a man's name. And in fact, it does help a lot because I used to work on a law center in Brazil when I started working there when I was 14. And I worked for 9 years on that place. And it was a man's world, leading by men. And the men used to crash you down, and it's unbelievable. And did it help to have a man's name? People did come and say, may I speak to Darcy? So, yes, it's me. Oh. So there was expected to be a man, so it does help. And I born, that's the town, the place where I born. I am from Brazil. I don't know if anyone know. I live here for 30 years now. But I born on a little coffee farm in Brazil. I moved away from there when I was about 6 or 7 years old, because unfortunately my father was hit by a lightning, and I was 4 years old, and he died. At 32 years old, he died. So we have to move away from the town. And then, as I said, I was the youngest of 6 children. I was one of the youngest. And my mother has five daughters. And again, you are crushed, you are abused, you are set up for the people who's supposed to protect you. And so it was a really hard time to grow up in a country where the people supposed to protect you, they abuse you. But eventually you have to forgive, and even though you carry on loving the person who did that, because it's a member of your family, but you have to forgive and step up and let go, because that's what you learn, and that's what a strong woman had to do. I don't know which one is next, but I believe if you have a good thoughts, as I work with children, and I know if you have a good thoughts, they'll shine inside you. And like, because Rodolphe on the book, the tweets, said that if you have a good thoughts, if you think things good, if you think beautiful, if you think that things gonna work out for you, things starts working out for you. Today we are going to talk about, as our friend said, we are going to talk about, see here? He done a triangle. Let me do a triangle here. About beauty and about health and fitness. Yeah? Let's talk about health first. When you are laid down in a bed at the hospital with all tubes around you, you're gonna give importance to your health, and you do everything you can to get better. You must take care of your health. I said earlier that I get up 5:30 in the morning. I make juice of cabbage, beetroot, orange, whatever I have at home. I make recipes, whatever I have at home I put. But normally I put cabbage and beetroot, and then I add something sweet to make sweet, like orange or pineapple or melon or grapes or whatever you have it there to make a bit sweet. Otherwise the beetroot and the cabbage is gonna taste very good and you're not gonna like it. So add something sweet, but it's all different recipes that I added up. I have a few videos on Facebook, and I have a YouTube channel as well. I have one video there on my YouTube channel, and I have another one that I done an affirmation video, but unfortunately for you guys, I did in Portuguese, because I have more views in Portuguese than I have in English. So I feel how Brazil is such a country that go crazy and people are so negative. I feel in my heart that even though they're not gonna pay me anything, that I need to help them to improve their health and their way of thinking. So that's why I do videos also in Portuguese to help them. They don't wanna pay me anything. So go to the YouTube channel, it's Darcy Goodall, and you find there are a few videos. If you will English, start looking at the video, I started making it in English. Your health, that's what we are talking about. Your health is very important. I was one of those persons who was lying down on the bed with a tube all over me, because I had a breast cancer a few years back, and I knew that it's very hard to sit in front of your oncologist and you ask him, you have to ask him, how long do I have? And they tell you, you know, I want to do all this treatment, all this. You have 50% chance in being here in 10 years. That was in 1998. Well over 10 years, so I got that. And I believe fully that the doctors, they did help a lot, they did do a lot for me, but I believe that I did a lot for myself, because I started eating very healthy. I started taking all the vitamins, because there are if you look back, only the humans and the pets that have cancer, or a wild animal who you keep in captive. Because no wild animal who live there in the wild, they don't get cancer. So only human and the pets who get. And it was really sad and really hard for me to listen to that I had only 10 years, 50% chance in be around in 10 years, because that time I had a daughter, 8 years old. And I had to fight that myself as a single mother, because after that my husband left as well. As a single mother, fight all that on my own. And it was very sad, very, very hard. But I managed to be here now speaking to you guys, yeah? One of those things that helped me a lot about the health was the juicy and eat health. I'm a vegetarian. I still eat fish, but not all the fish. Just a few fish, very, very little. I eat salmon only. Only salmon. I don't eat no shellfish, because I don't eat. Because I need to have some of that. At the moment, I feel that I need, and maybe I don't. We was just talking to Elliot earlier. I do eat eggs as well, but only duck eggs, because the way they treat the chickens, I think they treat very badly the chickens. So I eat duck eggs because they treat a little bit better the ducks. So treat it very well, because once you lost your health, there is no turn back. No turn back. About your beauty. Yeah? I run marathons. I run so far 6 marathons. That's my daughter. I run with my daughter. You have to be fit. It's possible to do it. You must keep yourself healthy and fit. There is something here I want to show you about beauty. If you want to be a public speaker, you have to look good. Because as I said earlier, there are a lot of men out there that are public speakers. There are not many women. For me to stay here in front of you, no one want to look at someone who didn't look after themselves, someone who is all, they want to look at something good. It's all right for men, but for us women, we must look good. I had something else here that I want to show. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Maybe I need some help. Oh, okay.
Treated me just fine. He made me think I just wanted to be an artist. I was, of course, inspired by Debbie Harry and Chrissie Hynde and Aretha Franklin.
Look at the way she
But my real muse was David Bowie. He embodied male and female spirit, and that suited me just fine. He made me think there were no rules. But I was wrong. There are no rules if you're a boy. If you're a girl, you have to play the game. What is that game? You are allowed to be pretty and cute and sexy, but don't act too smart. Don't have an opinion. Don't have an opinion that is out of line with the status quo, at least. You are allowed to be objectified by men and dress like a slut, but don't own your sluttiness. And do not, I repeat, do not share your own sexual fantasies with the world. Be what men want you to be, but more importantly, be what women feel comfortable with you being around other men. And finally, do not age, because to age is a sin. You will be criticized, you will be vilified, and you will definitely not be played on the radio.
now I press escape again. How do I get back there? Here, yeah. How do I get back there? Technical, please. So, did you hear? Madonna. Madonna is 60 years old.
She looks nice.
And look how good she looks. And you want to be look good as well. All your age, all you growing old and look good. So, let's eat health. Let's keep our fitness. Let's do our affirmation. We have to have a good thoughts all through life, all through the day. And that also mentioned about the mirror technique. I have a mirror in every room of my house. And so I can look at myself and say, you gonna do it. You, wait there. Because the only person I have to beat is the person in the mirror. And I can't be fast as Mo Farah, but I can do it at my pace. And it's the same here as the academy. I cannot go fast. I think they think that I'm going too slow, but I only go at my pace. I don't have to finish a marathon in 2 hours and 50 minutes. I don't have to finish, but I can finish in 4 hours and 36 minutes. That was 38, but I beat that record already. The last one was 36. I'm very proud of this picture. Very, very proud. These 3 guys here, that's my friends, that's her husband. These 3 guys here, they finish a half, even though it's just a half, but they finish a half in 1 hour and 12, 1 hour and 18 minutes. Half marathon, that's 13 miles. And this guy here, he got in, good for the age, he's only 45, London Marathon, because he's gonna finish, he's planning to finish the marathon in 2 hours and 45 minutes. So that's why I'm very, very proud to be between them, because when you are together with people who are achievers and can do, not that I'm never gonna do it in 2 hours and 45 minutes, a full marathon, 42 kilometers, but I do it for 36. But still, I'm so proud to be around them. That's one of those big groups I've been run. That was on the 31st of December. We went on Primrose Hill. And so that's one of those big ones that we did. And it was amazing. You can see I'm 6 foot tall, a blonde, you can miss me, can you? Yeah? And that was the last one. Amsterdam. I do cycle as well. That's one of those trips I went to Brighton. And that's one of those books. Last time they said I don't talk much about my book, because I believe that the book, there's not much to do with what I'm talking about here. The book is about a special needs child that I worked some years ago. And that this is on Amazon. I could not use my name, and I still can't, because, so I have to use a ghost name, because I cannot be associated with the child. It's not right. And you can do whatever you feel to be health and wealth and be beautiful. Later on, earlier, it was a taboo in 1970s, 80s, was a taboo to talk about plastic surgery. But now, when you talk about Botox, nobody raised their brows, is it? So do whatever you can and get up and be proud what is inside you and be fit, and there is a space to everyone out there. And I have a group that I run near my house on Saturday morning, 9 o'clock. If someone wants to come up and do some fitness, I put on Facebook, they can come up. And also I have a not very good video. I don't have professionals around me like Madonna have professionals around her to do incredible, amazing videos. I don't have that. I do this myself or with the iPad and the telephone, so I don't have very good videos. But probably what's in there probably help you. I don't know if it would help. And there are plenty of people who does incredible videos about affirmation, about sleeping, about everything. So just search that and look for your beauty inside you. The beauty comes from inside. No matter how big you are, I never talk about losing weight because I go to the children, take the children to the gymnastics, and I just couldn't believe it to see the girls in the gymnastics. They all have a bit on, and you say, oh, they will not be able to demonstrate how the gymnastics work, but they can. Even if the pants have a bit meeting on them, they still can do things. They still can be fit. They still can do different stuff to be fit. They can go swimming. They can. I mean, I been to the swimming, the Serpentine. I didn't swim. My daughter done a 2-mile swim on the Serpentine, and I just couldn't believe how good the people look, and how all shapes and size. So you can do different kind of sports, or cycling, or whatever sport you choose, you can do it. And do cardio, help you to keep your age young. I'm over 50, and I have everything you can think of. I have a tendonitis that I go to the physio, he keep telling me, but for your age, you look okay, you know, your age, forget it. I'm not going no more today. So I have tendonitis, I have arthritis on my right legs because I had an operation, a severe operation when I was 9-year-old. So I have arthritis there since I'm a 9-year-old. And I have a sciatic pain, so I don't know how I'm still running. I have a sciatic pain and I had cancer. I had a mastectomy. So if I can run a marathon, if I can cycling, if I can go swimming, if I can keep fit, and I cure myself with the health and the food and everything, you can do it too. You all can do it too. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you.
Okay, how's that, Darcy? When we get what we do, Darcy's going to come here.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to do what we do with our, with our newies, but you're not newie, but you're very experienced. But we're still going to do this as well. So we're going to do this. This is what we're going to do for the guys that end up speaking that are new. So we're going to get used to this. Okay, all right. Give her stand up. Actually, let's give her a round of applause. Hey.